I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. I know it's hard to tell, but I am. And it's occurred to me, I have a 3D printer. I get all kinds of stuff I've always wanted, and I'm like, I'll get to it someday, or I've started modeling it, and back in the day I had peppercurd it, and I'm like, just gonna print it. So today, I printed Green Lantern battery, the ring battery. So every Green Lantern ring is different. It kind of suits itself to the user. Same with the batteries that power them. They're all a little different. So I designed one that I felt fit me the most. There's a couple defining features. This and this. So you kind of see what it'll look like, right? Like that. Kind of. It's not glued in, of course, and then there's the handle. The handle was interesting because I went off of the central batteries handle because I thought, I'm an egotist. But it's a bunch of printed parts. I 3D modeled them all on my own. Like I said, I wanted to do something that suited me. So I printed it. I also made this. This is super neat. This is a green transparent acrylic, right? When the light's off, it's going to be solid. With the light on, I don't know if you can catch that or not, but it's got we'll see it on the side. It's got the lantern symbol and a little bit of filigree. I do a lot of filigree in my stuff, so I thought it's only fair. And I got this. This is just an LED. It's a little candelabra LED. A little springy thing. You see these a lot in like Halloween decorations or Christmas villages. I was going to do all kinds of weird stuff with like Arduinos and magnets and proximity sensors, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna get a light bulb and screw it in. But when I did that, the lens, since it's transparent, did a super bright flash, and it's a hot spot. I didn't like it, so I got some clear that I sanded one side of that fits inside the lens. This piece fits in the lens, and it diffuses this light really well. It's got kind of a neat 3D effect about it. And this is what it looked like without. It's a much harsher light, and I definitely like the diffused lens cover. This thing can snap into a circle. The one I have is a little too loose. I just laser cut it real quick. This is going to be up on feet, so it's going to be just a little off the ground, and I wanted it to have a little bit of a green hue underneath, so I cut a green circle out of acrylic, made the hole just a little too large. So I need to cut another one of these. I need to cut another one of these, and another one of these. We are going to do that on the laser cutter. The laser cutter is loud and kind of slow, but I absolutely love it. And there is nothing overtly special about it. It's just a 40-watt laser straight off the boat. The only thing that makes it special is the fact that it is mine, and I absolutely love this thing. Everything has had time to dry. I'm going to lightly sand with 320. Just going to hand sand everything, make sure we're good to go. Any places that need touch up, we're going to do touch up. But for now, just hand sand. All right. So everything's sanded. We're gonna prime it next. Using a filler primer. I'm using gray. I'm just gonna coat everything in a nice light coat of filler primer. I am super happy with how this turned out. Everything's been primed. We're going to paint it gold. And we're using Rust-Oleum Metallic. It's the stuff with the mirror on the cover. On the cover. The mirror on the tube. The can. On the can. Jeez Louise. Just like primer, you're going to paint everything. Let it dry until morning. For the top coat, I'm using Metal Cast Green. It's a colored clear. It's very neat. It's going to take 2 coats, and it gives us that. That looks spectacular. We're going to do this, everything else. 2 coats, and then we're on to assembly. Time to assemble everything. I'm just using hot glue, right? I mocked everything together with hot glue, and I actually had a hard time getting everything apart. It can be more than strong enough. I picked up a couple of little feet from Menards. There's little feet with little spikies on them. And they just go right in the bottom. That's super secure. All my parts are right here, and they're all ready to go. So I'm just going to glue each piece in place and move on to the next. First thing I'm gluing is a little support piece on the very bottom. It's the one that goes on the base that holds the light in place. Some of these pieces are directional. This one doesn't matter which way is up or forward. This one, on the other hand, does. To figure out which side I like the best, I think we're going this way. Now we do the two cones. Which cone looks best? I like this cone the best. This is going to be my front cone. It's going to be the back cone. I sanded one side of this clear. The side that is sanded goes away from the front, so it's on the inside. Can be lots of wispies on this one. I should have made a shoulder for this. I wasn't thinking, I didn't know I would need it. There's a slight seam. I want the slight seam going down. This one does have a shoulder. This one I know is going to do. I forgot to take the paper off of this. That's horrible. My hot glue is probably dried. Cooled. The hot glue is probably cooled. That's unfortunate. Let's try that again. Just running the tip along the hot glue that's down here should re-melt it a bit. Pull the paint a little bit. I'll have to do a touch-up. Like I said, touch-ups are a thing that's going to happen. I just have to be okay with that and move on. It's the first time I've seen it fully installed. This is kind of neat. Of all the projects I've done, I think this one's my favorite so far. Of everything. This is the lifelong goal of Adolescent Hawk. This was my goal when I first got my 3D printer. And I just keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. This piece does not get glued in. That's how I access everything. So I'll probably have to change the light bulb sooner or later. I'll eventually add pins, just not today, because it does not really need them right now. That's it. It's done. I guess it's time for the reveal. Is that what everybody says? This is the coolest thing I've ever made. I absolutely love how this looks. You can't quite see it because you're just getting just blasted out with the green, but it is. I absolutely love it. I have no other words. I absolutely love it. I cannot express enough how much this stupid little 3D print has made me happy. It's, like I said, it's a culmination of everything I ever wanted. I got my 3D printer solely for the intent of making this, and that was a long time ago, and I just haven't. I don't know why I hadn't. Peter Brown recently went over a video, and he just offhanded mentioned Green Lantern rings, and I'm like, I got to do it. I have to put everything back together. I have to print this thing that I've wanted. I would honestly say my entire life. Where's my ring? I cast it in Suspended Slurry, or I printed it in Suspended Slurry, or I printed it in Soraya Tech Blue, so I can cast it in zinc. Because I, of course, to have my own lantern, I need to have my own ring. It's probably going to be a members only video. Speaking of which, I have 4 members. Y'all are awesome. Every now and again, I get a little daunted at what I'm doing. And the fact that, you know, who cares? Well, those people care. And that's enough for me. Their names are going to be on the screen somewhere, I'm sure. So thank you. It means more than you know it does. If you want to be on that list of cool people that, you know, I think of often, it's an easy way to do it. Speaking of things that are easy, there's that whole liking and subscribing thing. I think this is worth a like, because this I absolutely love. But if you only do one thing, if you look down there, I think it's over here, there's a button that says share. If you click that button and then click copy link, you don't even have to post it. That makes the algorithm think, hey, this person's getting his stuff shared, and we will promote them out to more people. I don't know what happened last month or last week, but my video just kind of went crazy for me. I mean, for a normal YouTuber, that's nothing, but I think I'm currently over 1,000 views, and for one of my silly little videos, that's really important. It's a lot for me. I'd like to get there again. So, made it to the end. I appreciate that. Thank you. We'll see you next time.